I'm Meg. Welcome to Plant Fit Meg. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you're new here, I hope you'll take a look around at some other videos. I make videos about weight loss, healthy plant-based recipes, and living a healthy lifestyle. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you easy batch cooking. So there are a lot of videos out there with beautiful batch cooking and cooking entire meals for the whole week and having everything beautifully prepared and beautifully prepped, and I admire those videos so much. I mentioned this in my last batch cooking video as well, which I'll link up here and in the description box below. Today's video and my previous batch cooking video are not that type of video. This is easy, whole food plant-based, simple, vegan oil-free, and it works for our family. So usually we do tend to make one whole grain or one starchy vegetable, one legume, and then another recipe of some kind, whether it's a soup or a stew or a soy-based dish like tofu or tempeh or something. Today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to prepare some vegetables. I'm going to roast some Brussels sprouts. We're going to make quinoa, and I'm also going to make our buffalo tempeh bites, which are absolutely delicious. I'm very excited to share. If you'd like detailed instructions about how I'm preparing these items and the recipe for the buffalo tempeh, everything will be in the blog post underneath this video, so you can check it in the description box below. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get into it. I've washed the Brussels sprouts and I'm gonna go ahead and chop off the ends. And these are quite large, so I'll probably cut them in half or in quarters. Take off any bits that look rough. And then I just toss them in my bowl here, ready for seasoning. I was planning on adding some seasoning to this before roasting them, but in talking to my 5-year-old, we decided to leave them plain, and then we're going to enjoy them with hot sauce and nooch. So I'm gonna go ahead and roast these. And these I just chopped so that we can enjoy raw with salads or just to throw in other dishes raw. We love roasting Brussels sprouts like this, and whether they're plain or whether we add seasonings to them, they always turn out delicious. I roasted these at 375 for about 15 minutes. I'm going to flip them and put them back in for about 5 minutes. I'll leave our roasted Brussels sprout video below so you can take a look. And I'll leave printable recipes for our different seasoning mixes that we sometimes use for the sprouts as well. But again, like I said, whether they're plain or seasoned, we absolutely love these. And the Brussels sprouts are done and ready to be enjoyed. I've put them in these containers, so we have our roasted Brussels sprouts as well as our raw sprouts to add to different dishes. Really excited to dig into that. Next up, I'm going to be making some quinoa in the Instant Pot. So I've rinsed and drained my quinoa, and now I'm going to add 2 cups of quinoa to the Instant Pot. It's a 1-to-2 ratio, so I'm adding 4 cups of water. I do like to add boiling water to the Instant Pot just so that it does come up to pressure a little bit quicker, so that's why the water is steamy. I'm just giving that a little stir. I'll go ahead and put the lid on the Instant Pot, make sure that it is on properly and securely. Setting the valve to sealing, very important. I'm zooming in here so you can see that it's on sealing. So I'm going to set my Instant Pot on manual for 1 minute, and I'll let it naturally release for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right, and there's the quinoa all done. I just set it, forget it. Lovely fluffy quinoa, turns out perfectly in the Instant Pot every time. Check out the blog post below for stovetop instructions. Next up is our buffalo tempeh bites. These are so delicious and it's an easy recipe to throw together. I'm preheating the oven to 375 degrees. I've covered my baking sheet with a silicone baking mat, but you could also use parchment paper here as well. This spicy tempeh is so easy and so delicious. Everyone in the family loves it, and I'm just chopping it up into cubes here. You can chop it up into any size blocks or cubes or squares or triangles that you enjoy. You can make them into strips, so it's almost like a buffalo chicken strip style, but we like to do them in smaller bites just so they're a little bit easier to eat, a little bit easier to manage. So I'm chopping up 2 packages of tempeh here, and what I do is I just cut it in half, and then I just keep cutting it in half as I go. I just find that to be the easiest way to make the pieces consistent. So I'm just putting all of this into a reusable container. So here's my lovely tempeh all chopped up. I'm adding some smoked paprika and adding some hot sauce. Yum, I love me some hot sauce. I know that it is high in sodium, which is not great for some people. You can opt for a different sauce if you prefer, but I love my Frank's Red Hot, so that's what I'm using today. I'm putting the lid on and I'm going to go ahead and shake it up. Shake, shake, shake. Shake it up for a while till everything is coated. I love that color. It's so enticing to me. Oh, it looks delicious already and it's not even baked. Can you tell I'm excited for this recipe? I'm hungry. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put the tempeh onto my baking sheet. And I'm just making sure that they're spread out. I'm going to bake them for 20 minutes, and I am going to reserve the remaining hot sauce that is in the Tupperware container. I've pulled the tempeh out now, and I'm coating the tempeh with the rest of the hot sauce that is left over, so the hot sauce and smoked paprika mixture. If you don't have a little brush like this, you could always just pop the tempeh back into the container, give it another shake, and then lay it out on the baking tray again. I just have this little brush, so I like to go through and just brush it on both sides. But either way, it turns out amazing. Another option here would be, if you want the flavor to be even more deep and intense, you can marinate the tempeh before you bake it. So I have done that, and that turns out nicely as well. We just tend not to, just for the sake of ease and time and just making life a little simpler and making the recipe a little bit quicker. So once I'm done brushing on all the hot sauce, I'm going to bake for another 10 minutes or so. And then we're going to enjoy them in any way we like. So sometimes we have them as sort of a chicken finger style with baked fries and carrots and celery sticks. Sometimes we serve this with our spinach mashed potatoes. I'll leave the recipe linked below so you can check that out. Sometimes I like to prepare a big salad with my favorite greens and other veggies and put the buffalo tempeh on top. So many options with this recipe. You can put it in a wrap or a sandwich. Super versatile, super delicious. As previously mentioned, it is a hit in this household, and I will leave the recipe linked below. So that's it, nice and easy. Roasted Brussels sprouts, raw Brussels sprouts, some quinoa, and tempeh for the week. I seriously love batch cooking day. I did not always love cooking or love being in the kitchen, and I do still like to make it quick and simple, but I love batch cooking days. It makes me so excited for my meals for the upcoming few days or the upcoming week, and it's really fun and exciting to make new dishes and throw things together. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe below if you haven't already, and hit the little notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Stay tuned for my next video, which will be a what I eat in a day video featuring the foods that I made in this batch cooking video. Leave me a comment below letting me know what you like to batch cook, if you even enjoy batch cooking, and what kind of recipes you're making lately. I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments below. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!